In just a few minutes, we'll set up 3 ways you can visualize your AI traffic in Google Analytics 4, and you'll get to know which is the best for you. Let's dive into it. All right, so here are the 3 methods that we're going to set up. Method 1 is going to be a more systematic, permanent way to categorize your AI traffic. Number 2 is going to be the expiration report, which is great for flexibility, one-off analysis. And lastly, the custom dashboard report to give yourself a fast, repeatable way to check in on that AI traffic. I'm Tony, by the way, and I run a data analytics studio. All the links in the comments. Okay, so why are we even doing this in the first place? Right, the simple answer is because you want to understand your users' behavior, but also AI is really gaining a lot of momentum and changing how users discover your content. Most businesses aren't tracking their AI traffic, so you'll have a competitive advantage when you set these up. And lastly, maybe you have some drops, in certain sources, and so this will be able to help you out, figure out why. Okay, so while doing these reports, we are going to try and answer the important business questions, such as where the visitors are landing on our website. This will tell us which content the AI platform used in order to send us that traffic. Also, we want to analyze if it's actually sending us quality visitors or if it's just visitors that are coming, puking, and leaving. And finally, if these visitors are actually converting. And then if it's converting, fantastic. What can we do about it? How can we change and update our strategy? Okay, I kept you waiting long enough. Let's jump into method 1, setting up custom channel groups. Okay, so let's set you up so that your GA4 automatically filters traffic that comes from AI. So what this is going to look like at the end bit is that when you go to your different reports and you decide to go to traffic acquisition in this case, because we're looking for AI traffic coming in, which will be considered traffic acquisition, what we are going to go and modify is this channel group. You'll see that we've got this session primary default group. So what we want to do is to create this new custom group so that we can actually automatically see all of the AI traffic. So in order to do that, we're going to go to the admin and you're going to go to the data display section and choose the channel groups. Now, if you've never been in this particular area of GA4, which I don't think you might, but if you did, that's great. If you didn't, so you'll see this default channel group. This is the one that I just showed you in the report. What we're going to do is create a new channel group, and you're going to be wanting to name this group something with the AI platforms that you have in mind, and it's going to be literally the same as that first group, but with the AI platform. Okay, add a description. And so here's the important part. We are going to add a new channel to these 18 standard channels that you actually see throughout the different reports. So once you do this, what we would call ours is AI platform. And think of this as a AI platform bucket. What it is going to do, it's going to capture anything that has a particular pattern, right? So the name of a platform or something that has AI in it. And so it's going to take all of those referrals, right, and put it in this AI platform bucket. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is we are going to filter all of the sources coming in. So bear in mind, you can actually do lots of different filtering here. And we are going to be using this regex. Matches regex is a powerful string pattern matching JavaScript function. And so what it looks like is this. I'll be sharing this in the description section just under the video. But so what you can see here is this strange annotation, which basically says, anything that has, nimble in it or anything that has GPT in it, right? And it doesn't matter what it starts or what it finishes with. Right, so that's why you've got to be careful with sometimes some of these patterns and using regex, because it might actually end up capturing or filtering out some of the traffic that you don't want, right, to have in that particular part. So it's important to not only keep this one up to date because there's going to be new platforms coming out, but also make sure that, it is the right one. So I will be sharing this one with you and, try and keeping it up to date as much as I can. So you're going to paste this one in there and apply. And you can see that Google's doing a magnificent job here. And you can save the channel. All right, so very important part. You will see this AI platforms at the bottom. Now, this is an issue because all the referrals, right? As AI is, AI traffic referral source is a referral, it's going to be actually going into the referral bucket instead of the AI platform bucket. So what we want to do is to reorder and bring the AI platforms above. And I'll explain to you a little bit more in detail why we need to do this. Okay, so picture this delicious animation. We have 3 types of users coming on our website and getting captured by Google Analytics 4. And so each of them is going to be labeled by their source, and thus it's going to finish in a particular bucket. So in this case, it's going to be a direct user in the direct bucket, an organic user in the organic bucket, and a referral in the referral bucket. But things get a little bit more complex when we add a different bucket to the custom channel groups. So here we have a AI platforms bucket on the bottom right, and we've got this new type of user that is a referral AI user. And you can see that because the referral bucket is set on top of the AI platforms bucket, it's actually capturing all of that referral AI traffic and not letting anything through. Okay, so here you have how we organized our buckets in the last part, and we set up the AI platforms bucket on top of the referral, and you see that it's capturing all of the AI traffic and it's actually letting through all the other referral traffic. This is exactly what we want. Okay, so now that you understand why we reordered this AI platforms above the referral, click apply and we are good to go. We have this particular new group and we can save group here. Now what's going to happen is that you'll be able to go to your reports now, the previous report that we showcased originally, and you'll be able to go to the traffic acquisition. And now you'll be able to see all of the traffic historically as well, so it's retroactive. So now if you go here, you will see your default channel group, which is here, and you will see your new session AI platforms. And so by clicking on this, you will be able to actually get a new report filtered with all the AI traffic retroactively as well. So this is a terrible example because I do not have any AI traffic, but when you are actually setting this in, you'll be able to actually see anything that comes in and will be tagged AI. Okay, moving on to method 2, the exploration report. This one doesn't have much love from the community in general because it can be a little bit complex, but you'll see in an easy way how we can actually extract a lot of information from this report. All right, so back to our GA4 environment. What we're going to do now for our method 2 is go to the explore section, and we're going to create a new blank exploration. Now, this blank exploration generally is a little bit daunting, a lot of the community. So I'll showcase how it's pretty easy once you understand how things are working. So the first thing you want to do is to rename your report if and only if you have permissions above analyst. So analyst above, you'll be able to save it and name it. In this case, I want to show you some of this AI traffic coming through because on my website I don't have yet. So the idea here is that you will actually be able to rename this report and reuse it. So first thing we're going to do is to go to the sections and dimension section, and we are going to add this session source because we only want source from the AI, and we're also going to be adding this landing page query because we want to know where this traffic has come from. So once you have these dimensions here, you'll see they'll start populating. And in terms of metrics, we want to understand how many views, right? So how many people actually, arrived on our website. We want to know if they were engaged. So if it was actually quality sessions, and we want to know if they actually did anything meaningful. So the key events used to be the conversions before. So once you confirm that, you will have all of your different dimensions. You'll have all of the metrics. So think of this as anything that's got to do with the actual categories, and here the actual numbers. So what you're going to do first is you could double click on this session source to double click on the views, and then now we're starting to see a little bit what's going on. So we want to know, of course, if there's any engaged sessions, and we want to know also if there are any key sessions events. So once we did that, the important part is now to actually filter down everything in order to just see the AI traffic. So just like we did earlier, go to our notepad, and we are going to copy paste the regex that we used earlier.
And going back to our GA4, we'll just use a filter, and we will filter on this session source. And you will use regex just like we did earlier, and we'll copy paste this in there. And so when you hit apply, you will actually see that we have only the data that we want that is generated via these AI platforms. And so now you can easily see what is going on. And if I double click on the landing page, you'll be able to see the different landing pages and where each traffic has actually come from. So this means that this particular page has been indexed somehow in the AI platform. And so this will be able to inform your decisions and content strategy in order to actually either recreate something that's similar or use, this as inspiration in order to actually gather more traffic. So there, once you have this, you'll be able to save it, and we've got our method 2 set up and ready to go.
Onto the third method that's really going to help you have a quick access to all of that AI traffic on the main dashboard.
So fast forwarding to what we're going to set up here, you will be able to see this report under the acquisition and AI traffic, and you'll get a breakdown and see exactly which are the different AI platforms sending you traffic. All right, let's get to building part. Okay, so in our GA4 instance, we are going to go to the reports. And if you have the right permissions, you will be able to see at the bottom this library section. And so what we want to do here is create a new report. You see here that you have the collection of these different reports that we have. So you can see that here the lifecycle one corresponds to these particular reports, and then this one is not published, for example. And here we have the user, which is here. You can see the user attributes and tech. So it's mapped. These collections are basically mapped to your main dashboard. So you're able to go in and change as at your will. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a detailed report, and we are going to scroll to the traffic acquisition part. And so this is going to spin up a copy of the traffic acquisition. You can see here, it's a copy of the traffic acquisition. So we're going to make a couple changes in order to get fast access to our AI traffic. So the first thing is that we want to filter all of this traffic based on what we did, what we set up with the channel groups early on, if you didn't skip ahead. And so here we have, you'll see we have two different options. We have the session default with AI platforms or the first user default. So this is up to you. We'll keep it to the session. If you want to know only the first time a user went to your website, what platform he was sent from, then you could do the first user. But if you want to get all of the sessions, you can use this session part, and you want to do exactly matches. Now here, you will see all of the different buckets that you can, and you will see this bucket that we created ourselves here in this AI platform. So that means that any time, all this traffic that goes through this particular dimension exactly matches this AI platform value, that's the bucket that we showed, then we will apply, and we will have only that traffic showcasing here. And so the last thing you want to do is that generally you want to have the session source medium. You could do a session source if you want, but the session source medium in this case is probably going to be a little bit more, just probably a little bit more helpful. So we do session source medium just to get a little bit more granularity on the different type. And so you can see if this is set properly, if it's not set, and a little bit more information on this part. And so, and the last part that you want to do is to name your report. So we are going to name it AI traffic, and the description is any traffic driven by AI, and you will save it. And so the last piece is to set that report inside of our main dashboard. So going back here, and so we'll be able to double click on the lifecycle, and we'll be able to edit this collection, and we will just look for our AI traffic, and we will drag and drop it across in order for us to see it in this particular report. And so there we have it. We will save into the current collection because we don't want to update everything. And so once everything is saved, if you go back, you will be able to see things have been done properly. Here, your AI traffic report. Fast access, quickly to get to, and have an overview of what is going on with your AI traffic.
Hi there, you don't know me because this is my first YouTube video. It took me forever to put together. So a huge thanks for being here. Let me know if there's any feedback or if you want me to do anything differently. Please reach out. It'll be fantastic to hear from you. I'm Tony, and usually I'm deep inside analytics. We help e-commerce stores truly understand the data to make the smarter and most profitable decisions at betterinsights.co. This is a data studio that I run, and you'll find also a step-by-step run through every report that we set up on this video if you prefer something written.